Before kids enter preschool, parents are very concerned and stay on top of their child's language development. They want to get their child to talking and they want to know that they're doing well. But once children start talking, parents don't realize that that's when the work begins. They think their child is doing okay, they're talking, and they don't need to work on anything at home. And if anything, the child's gonna learn these skills at school. But when children are talking, that's the best time to double down on their language skills and make sure that they're continuing to grow, that they're thriving, and that they're not falling behind their peers. If you wanna know all about child language development from birth through kindergarten and beyond, I made a video walking you through the language and non-language checkpoints that you need to know. I'm going to link this video up here so that you can watch and learn. And let me know if you have questions in the comments below. In this video, I'll show you how you can strengthen your child's language skills at home in 10 minutes a day. This will work if your child is a baby, if your child is already talking in full sentences. It will work for children from 12 months all the way through elementary school. It will work if your child has a language delay, if your child has great language skills, and even if your child is gifted. This works for children who speak one language, two languages or more, and it even works if you want to teach your child a new language from scratch. This is the same system that I use with more than 500 bilingual students that I work with in Miami and virtually. These are the same tips that I used with my own children to help them read, write, and fully speak 3 languages. It's called RTPS. I coined this term to help you remember it. So let's say it together. RTPS. Read, talk, play, sing. If you do these 4 things at home, I guarantee your child will learn how to talk, and they can even learn how to speak multiple languages. The idea is not to have you working and slaving away all day. I want you to take 10 minutes of targeted work. That's the key here. You're focusing on language growth within these activities. Many parents tell me, that's it? That's the system? Well, I already do these things at home. I already read with my child. We play, we talk. Yeah, I'm sure you're doing these things at home, and I'm sure you're doing a great job. But there's a difference between doing these things at home and doing these things in the speech therapy way. And that's why parents, teachers, and other professionals still like to learn this system from me. As parents, we know that reading to your child is one of the most important things that you can do for them. But how do we read the speech therapy way? I made reading into an art form. And if you ask any of my students that I work with one-on-one, or in the 10 classrooms that I teach in preschool at the best private school in Miami, there's never a session that goes by that I don't target a language skill via reading. It's like a good old 2-for-1 at the store or a happy hour at your favorite restaurant. You're getting 2 for the price of 1. So even if I'm working with a child who has a lisp, or a child who has a stutter, a child that has an articulation issue, a child who has a vocabulary, grammar, or reading comprehension issue, I'm always targeting these skills within reading. But here's the tip, and it will blow your mind. Don't read the book. Many parents take a book and read it word for word to their child. I'm not saying that reading the book is wrong. I'm just saying that for the purpose of targeted language growth with young children, it's better to make the book a conversation. You want to make sure that you're reviewing vocabulary, grammar, and problem-solving skills. These are cognitive skills that will be useful for them. Ask your child questions about the plot, the character, the setting. What's the problem in the book? What's the solution? Ask them about antonyms and synonyms of different words. Make predictions and inferences about the text. Talk about what you can learn from the text, what a character learns, what's the moral of the story. If you're just plowing through the book, reading it word for word and closing it, you're missing these golden opportunities to enrich your child's language and thinking skills, their social and emotional growth. One of the things that I'm known for is my viral story time for children on Zoom.
Swim together. 1, 2, 3, go. Swim, 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 swim.
Children from around the world log in to hear the way that I interpret their favorite stories, like The Very Hungry Caterpillar, The Gruffalo, We're Going on a Bear Hunt. And they engage with me and we learn language skills through the book. This is what I do every single week in the 10 preschool classrooms that I teach in.
Sorry guys, sorry. I know I promised you a bear. There's no bear, I don't see it. Where?
This is what I'm known for in Miami and online. I've recorded my best stories and uploaded them to a digital library so that your child can learn with me, so that we can use story time as a vehicle to enrich their academic, cognitive, social, and emotional growth. I'll tell you more about this digital collection at the end of this video. All parents speak to their children. So how do we use talking as a way to enrich your child's language skills once they're fully speaking on their own? Let's start at the beginning. Children learn language in the womb. They listen to their parents speaking in utero, and after they're born, this is how children develop language skills, whether they speak one or more languages. We don't teach children language by looking up every word on Google or in the dictionary. We don't point to objects all day and telling children, this is a pen, this is a table, this is a dog, this is a tree. We don't teach children language by asking them numerous questions. What's this? What's that? Say this, say that. So how do we teach children language the speech therapy way? We are children's language models. That means that we need to use appropriate language skills and move past baby talk, or what some experts call motherese or parentese. We need to speak with our children with rich vocabulary and appropriate grammar so that they can hear, absorb what we're saying, and start speaking in a more sophisticated and enriched way. How do we play with our children in a way that enriches their language skills? Play is a child's work. Young children learn all skills and about life via playing. Academic skills, social skills, cognitive skills, emotional skills, they're all developed via play. And this is why many times you see speech therapy sessions where the therapist plays with the child and teaches them how to speak and how to communicate via play. And parents wonder, but what are they doing? They're just playing. There's no such thing as just playing when a child is young. Parents and grandparents and even teachers are very diligent about buying toys for their kids that are educational and enriching, that foster creativity and problem-solving skills and even emotional intelligence. In my therapy sessions, I always integrate some elements of play when I'm working with a child. So I'm always reading and playing to reinforce a child's skills. In every session of mine, I take videos and I send them to parents so that they can see how their child is doing in therapy, so that they can see their child's progress. Do you want to know what parents often ask me when I send these videos? Where did you buy that toy? Can you send me a link? But what I want parents to know is that it's really not about the toy, but it's about what you do with the toy. But that being said, there are toys that I recommend more than others. And this is the golden rule. Always get toys that do not have batteries. I do not recommend battery-operated toys for the purpose of language, cognitive, or emotional growth. So here's a few toys that I recommend. As always, make sure that your child enjoys these toys. You don't want to force your child to play with these toys. You want to take your child's interest and find toys that will make them come to life and be hungry to learn and explore. So here's a list for you. Anything with wheels like cars, train sets, Hot Wheels is amazing. Anything that you can pretend play with, like farm animals, a baby, a doll, a Barbie, a kitchen set, is amazing. Anything that you can build, like blocks, magnet tiles, or Legos, is super enriching. Anything you can solve, like a board game, especially the cooperative board games or a puzzle, is key. Children that I work with love memory matching games and bingo. Card games like Go Fish or Uno are also wonderful ways of working on math and language skills. I always recommend outdoor play. So anything like a ball, bubbles, or things that you'll see at the park, like a slide or a swing or sports, those are amazing ways to work on language skills. In the art categories, anything you can draw, anything you can explore with your hands, like sensory toys or sensory boxes, or digging through sand, playing with snow, playing with shaving cream or whipped cream. Those are fantastic ways to get kids used to different sensory textures and also explore creativity and building and completing a project from beginning to end. And I know that playing doesn't always come natural to parents. And that's why I'm suggesting that you start slow, focus on building language skills within this play for 10 minutes. Let me know how that goes for you. How do you sing with your child for language growth? And hear me out, because I know that many parents, teachers, and adults are very self-conscious about singing with children because they don't think they have a nice voice. They don't like the way they sound when they sing. But I'm here to tell you that your child is not a judge on American Idol. They don't care if you're a professional singer, and they don't even care if you sing terribly. And believe me, I know, because I sing terribly and my husband is a professional singer. And my children or my students didn't care as long as we were singing with them and being silly and goofy and having fun. I'm going to share with you something that I read years ago that blew my mind. And I really hope that it has the same profound effect on you. Are you ready? Children who know 8 nursery rhymes by heart by the time they enter kindergarten are more likely to be the top readers in their class. I'm going to say that again. If your child can memorize 8 kiddie songs by heart, they're more likely to do well in kindergarten. And the reason is because children learn phonological awareness skills, memory skills, rhythm, vocabulary by singing. This is why we often see teachers singing in circle time in preschool. It's not just a way to have fun. It's also one of the most effective ways to teach your child language skills. And if your child can't memorize or can't learn by heart a child's song, that's usually an indicator that there may be an issue with vocabulary or memory or retention. What songs do I recommend? Well, I'm going to make a Spotify playlist just for you parents. But for now, just think about very famous children's songs, such as Old MacDonald, Bingo, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, The Itsy Bitsy Spider, Hickory Dickory Dock. There's so many songs out there that enrich your child's language skills, even Baby Shark. So make a playlist in 1 or 2 languages. Get silly, get goofy, sing with your child, play with your child, and dance with your child. And you're going to see how singing can take your child's language and emotional skills to the next level. By doing these targeted activities, you're doing less, not more. But the key is that you're doing easy, fun, and natural things in your daily routine to focus on your child's language growth. If you do this, I guarantee you amazing results. If you're committed to fostering strong language skills in your child, whether your child speaks English or is learning English, whether your child is 3 years old or older, I created this language enrichment program for the best preschool in Miami. And I use this to bolster the language skills of more than 500 students who are bilingual and trilingual. This is my viral story time. I recorded it just for you and your child. So here's what you get in this language enrichment bundle. It's access to 10 of my best story times. Books that my students and my own children love. Books such as The Very Hungry Caterpillar, Elmer, Giraffes Can Dance, Goldilocks and the 3 Bears, and more. Each story is about 5 minutes. The idea is that you watch the story time with your child. If you have the book at home, you can bring it along and flip through the book as you're watching. After you watch the story time with your child, you will have access to a book companion. This is a learning guide that I made for your parents. Many times parents are not sure how to use story times or books or reading to grow their child's language skills. In this guide, I give you everything you need to know to grow your child's vocabulary, narrative skills, grammar, and reading comprehension skills. Just follow the questions. These are questions that are appropriate for students who don't know how to read because they have visuals, and also for students who are already reading and writing. If you want more information or if you're ready to purchase my Storytime collection, click the link below or find the link in the comment or description box. I hope that you enjoy learning about child language development with me. As always, you can reach me by email or in the comment box. I'd love to support you and your child on your language growth. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next series.